don't know about that.
Next, we have Toastmaster Wesley McEwen giving his icebreaker. You do not ding him for ums, ahs, ers, and so's, and like. So, hopefully, that doesn't scare or disturb us too much. Wesley's giving his icebreakers. He tells us about himself. His icebreaker is titled, A Sum of One Parts. Toastmaster Wesley McEwen.
All right. Sum of one's parts. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I'm Wesley McEwen.
Hey.
Went over this many, many times in my mind, rewrote it many, many times, trying to figure out how to make this short, concise, and tell you all about myself. And that's about it. But no, seriously, who is Wesley McEwen? I like that there are a lot of things that make me me. You know, some of one's parts. We're all different experiences that teach us and build us into the people that we are. So a few of my major parts, and the first part is growing up as an Army brat. My dad was in the military. He joined the moment he found out my mother was pregnant, and so was off the races and gone. Yeah, for moves all over the country. I've been a lot of places, done a lot of things, from coast to coast, California, Florida, New York, Texas, Alabama, traveled and spent a lot of time in Europe as well, saw a lot of things. 89 earthquake in California, plenty of tornadoes in Texas, blizzards in upstate New York, the fall of the Berlin Wall. A lot of the parts, a lot of the things I've seen, or some seem interesting. You know, my wife says I take it for granted, the different things I've seen and experienced, but then of course there's the downside. Never having a hometown. Never having, you know, that lifelong friend, never having that high school reunion. My high school doesn't exist anymore. It's gone, it closed down. So I was forced to make friends fairly easy. Talk to people, go in, became an introvert and extrovert both at the same time. If you wanted to have friends, you had to be out there and put yourself forward, but at the same time, none of that's going to last. It's very transitory. It led me to a love of books. I love to read. I've well over 2,000 novels at the moment, at least according to what I plug into Goodreads. But then, of course, I also love my audiobooks. I know one of our Toastmasters mentioned that before. He hated reading and loving audiobooks. And I think about 300 or 400 audiobooks. And I listen to probably 2 or 3 a week and just plow through them. Job takes me all over the place, lots of driving, so lots of time. Some of my favorite authors, fantasy and sci-fi. Jim Butcher, J.R.R. Tolkien, Anne Rice, L.E. Modesta Jr. I pretty much run the gambit. That being said, like I said, fantasy was always my joy. Which brings me to my third major part, which would be role-playing games. And that was brought up previously, not those kind of role-playing games, but the old pencil and paper, Dungeons and Dragons, where you have your little miniatures and paint them, and this is what I paint, for example, and put together. You learn a few crafts, and you live in that other world and reinvent yourself, which was, I believe, stemmed from my love of reading, where, you know, you have the friends you lose every 3 years, pack up and move someplace, don't have a lot of things, but the books were one of those things that parents would always let come along. So this was a way to not only become the character in the books, but write your own stories and live another life. But role-playing games didn't have to be the pencil and paper. It progressed as technology did, to the computer, to the PlayStation, to even my VR rig at home now. There's the cutting edge of technology. To going out and experience the LARP, where you actually dress up, cosplay, and role-play out, act the part of your character versus just sitting down with a bunch of other people like-minded. So, one of my passions, one of the things I think that makes me me. And then, of course, one of my biggest parts of my life is my wife, Rebecca McEwen. She's soon to be the largest part of my life as far as terms of years go. We just celebrated our 18th wedding anniversary on July 1st. 18 years married, 21 years together.
Congratulations.
Met her at a role-playing game.
We're not judging.
Yeah, I know. But it's one of those things where it's good to have something in common. And from there, it was just the two of us. Children and whatnot weren't in the cards. Her medical conditions didn't make it happen, and of course, we always put our careers first, and moved on with our lives, and just set that to the wayside. But it's okay. I get to be the fun uncle. I'll live vicariously through my niece and nephew. They're at that age now where it's all about the toys that make the noise. So I'm the favorite uncle, and of course, maybe not to my brother or sister-in-law, but I look forward to being the really favorite uncle when it comes to the years forward, when it's time for tattoos and for piercings. Oh yeah, we'll go out. Let's do this sort of thing. And then, of course, we have cats. We have 3 cats. They're all rescues. I've had 5 total, 2 have passed, but it's just one of those things where, much like the rest of my life, it's always been so transitory and changing. They come and go, but they all hold a special place in your heart as they do. And those are my big parts. And there's plenty of smaller parts. Everyone has them in their lives that makes them who and what they are. My career at Massey is one of my newest parts. I've been doing that now for 12 years. Wow. Working with Eric Brown over here. Now I'm one of the agronomists. As I said before, I travel a lot. Jacksonville to West Palm Beach. 13 to 16 service centers that I visit regularly. Lots of time for my audiobooks. So all my parts get, touched on quite a bit on a daily basis. And then, I look forward to sharing the other parts with you as table topics go forward and with future speeches.
Nice.
That being said, thank you for listening to me, fellow Toastmasters. And now I think the ice is broken. It's time to vamoose.